Hey folks, it's RuneScape Network 3 here, and welcome to the second episode of 2Funny movie reviews. This time I'm going to review City Hunter, a Hong Kong movie, based off of a Japanese manga. What kind of sense does that make? I don't know. Well, let's dig deeper and find out what this movie's like. Well, the film is based off of a manga of the same name, and it features Jackie Chan as the lead role, Ryo Saiba, or is it Ryu Saiba? I don't know. And what happens is that Ryo the City Hunter has to go onto this cruise ship because he finds out that the boss of this company, right, his daughter's being kidnapped, and Ryo has to look for her with the aid of let's have a look. Kaori, as portrayed by Joey Wong. Why would they give a woman a man's name? That makes no sense at all. I don't know. And they don't realise that the cruise ship is under attack by some terrorists led by Colonel MacDonald or Don Mac. I don't know, as portrayed by Richard Norton. And then all sorts of stuff happens, and at one point they go into like this cinema where in the cruise ship where they watch Bruce Lee's Game of Death, complete with the yellow jumpsuit. And yeah, well, they don't really watch it; they just see it. Then all sorts of stuff happens. The City Hunter beats up a bunch of people. He stops the terrorists. He saves the day again. That's all I can say about the plot. Wow, that was difficult. But let's see, who's the cast? Who's appearing in this film? Let's find out. Well, the cast of the characters is, well, Jackie Chan, the one and only, portrays Ryo Saiba, aka City Hunter, the main role. And his partner is Hideyuki Makimura. Man, I can't even pronounce it. As portrayed by Michael Wong. Hideyuki's young sister is called Kaori, and Joey Wong takes the control of this role. The daughter of the CEO of the Japanese newspaper is called Shizuko, is portrayed by Kumiko Goto. Don Mac is portrayed by Richard Norton. Gary Daniels plays another bad guy called Kim. Then you got this poker guy called Cao Teng, portrayed by Leon Lai. And there's some other people in there as well, but I'm not interested in naming them all. Oh wait, and then you got these soft hard kids who play arcade games called, well, their names are known in the film, but their real names are Eric Cott and Jan Lam. Don't know why, but yeah. So that's some of the roles in the movie. So let's talk about the songs, the music, in other words. What songs / music were used in the film? Let's have a look. The music is awesome, especially the theme song. Especially when they constantly mention City Hunter's name all the time. They always say things like, City Hunter! Something like that. And it sounds pretty funny, actually. Sometimes some parts of one song are just used over and over again. And the songs during the fight scenes are pretty fun as well. They're fun to listen to. Makes you wish you had them on your iPod. Sort of like this. Yeah, this song is awesome! But enough about that, and let's talk about the style. The style of the movie is live action, which the common movie is. And it's one of those live action films with comedy and martial arts in it. So it's a martial arts comedy movie, that's why I classify it as. I mean, the stunts that Jackie Chan performs are just so daring and realistic, you just think, whoa, I wish I could do that. Well, I wouldn't recommend trying it. You might hurt yourself. Jackie Chan is a professional. And I mean professional. So, I don't know what more I can say about the style. It's just that there's nothing left to say about it. So let's go on to the best parts. The parts that I really like the most. Oh, now this is going to be a tough one because there's all sorts of funny parts in the film. Like, say, for example, when Jackie Chan is sleeping on the roof of his car or something, as City Hunter, you know what I mean? That is pretty funny. But another funny part is when he's in the cinema and on the cruise ship, and like Bruce Lee's Game of Death is being showcased on the big screen, and he doesn't really watch it, but he just sees scenes from it. Man, that's hard to say. And one of the henchmen drags him along a row of chairs on his tender area, and he does this really funny pose. So he's sort of like doing this. I gotta say that is the funniest scene in a movie ever. But I also like it when Shizuko and one of the henchmen of the bad guy are on the cruise ship, and then and Shizuko goes down this pole, and then she lets go of it, and it smacks into the guy's face, and he falls down onto the floor, and it makes a huge hole, like in Wile E. Coyote in the Roadrunner, when Wile E. Coyote falls on the floor and he makes a hole with his body. But my most favourite part happens to be the Street Fighter 2 reference battle scene, when Jackie Chan as City Hunter gets thrown into an arcade machine in Street Fighter 2, and he looks like he's having a seizure, like, and then he wakes up and he sees one of the bad guys dressed up as Ken Masters, and then Jackie Chan as City Hunter, he picks E Honda, but he doesn't pick E Honda. He literally becomes E Honda. And he's got all the moves. He's got the 100 hand slap, the sumo headbutt, and then the two kids who played the arcade game come in as Guile and Dolls him, complete with Yoga Fire and Sonic Boom. Well, Guile just uses Sonic Boom to take out Ken, but thanks to Ken's Hadouken that he powers up, it sends him flying back. Then Jackie Chan is dressed in Chun-Li's China dress, as I could call it, Jackie Chan in drag. And then he beats up the bad guys, Ken Masters. Yeah, that's my favourite part. But what are the worst parts? The ones that I weren't interested in. Well, surprisingly, I don't know if there were any parts that I didn't like, because City Hunter is such a funny movie and I enjoyed it very much. So what's the overall rating? Overall, if you like Jackie Chan movies and martial arts comedy movies in general, I recommend you check this one out. Go get it on eBay or Amazon. It's a great movie. I recommend it to you. With its funny comedy antics and supreme martial arts moves, City Hunter is a recommended choice just for you all. I give it full 10 marks and the official 2Funny seal of win. And that's my review of City Hunter, everyone. So until next time, this is RuneScape Network 3 signing off and saying, remember, watch the good movies, not the bad ones. Good night all.